last night I was on Netflix because that's the way I sleep. I need to watch a really good Netflix series. And one of the things I watch a lot on Netflix is the documentaries. In case you don't know that and you're interested in watching really nice documentaries, you should go on Netflix. Netflix has some of the best documentaries you'd actually see around, because if you go on YouTube, you normally see good documentaries, but they are not actually up to standard, in my own words. So I came across this very nice documentary by Netflix yesterday, a documentary about Liver King. For those who don't know Liver King, this is what it looks like. Liver King is a very popular guy who was popular, I think, between 2017 until his downfall in 2022. So what he does, or what he preaches, was basically going back to living the ancestral lifestyle. Ancestral lifestyle basically means we should live like our ancestors. We should eat raw meat. We should eat fresh fish. We shouldn't indulge in anything artificial, no chemicals, no protein shakes. We should stop eating anything on the shelves of Tesco, or you know what I mean, fast food. We should stop eating anything processed. We should eat everything fresh. That was what Liver King used to preach. So, and based on this theory, he said he was able to take his muscle from being a very lean man, very small man, to become very jacked, very muscular. So during this period, I mean, it was a really long period between 2017 to 2022. There was a lot of people who were a big fan of this guy. He had a lot of followers on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, which was where I actually came across this guy. He was quite famous during that period. And he made a lot of money, of course. He made stupid amount of money. Until 2022, when it was discovered that this guy didn't get jacked because he's a ancestral living human being, but rather is a steroid head. He consumes as much anabolic medications than even an animal should be consuming. He takes them every time. Even during the course of the documentary on Netflix, he was basically sticking a needle into his own thigh. So the reason why this is relevant, because while watching this documentary yesterday, it was quite fascinating to me. The end justifies the means. The idea that if you do everything right, you probably get what you deserve. I mean, the older I get, I actually realize that this theory could be right to some extent, but most of the time, it's actually more closely related to only the bold gets it. Only the people who are ready to cheat, that are ready to lie, that are ready to do things that are actually unethical, things outside the human morale, are actually able to make it in this world. So many people, I'm not saying they've got a lot of people that are actually doing things right and they're able to make it, but I'm talking over 80% of the time. So many people need to cheat to actually get to where they are. So why am I saying this as regards to Liver King? Liver King was in front of everybody for years. I mean, more than 6-7 years, looking like someone who is obviously on some medications. However, there was this little part of everybody who wanted to believe him. And as a result of that, he made a whole lot of money. Even though people with common sense, or they would say people with common sense, would normally see the guy and be like, nah, people don't just grow muscles that way. Irrespective of how long you train, you can't get that lean when you're not like a kangaroo or something like that. But you don't need 100% of people to believe you. You only need, let's say, 2% of people to believe you, and you're a rich man. And as a result of this, it get me thinking, the idea of actually doing things right, the idea of actually doing things the right way, is it really profitable to people as a human being? Let's say for me, I do things right. Does it really profit me, or profit the society? And the answer I came up with is the idea of actually doing things right, ethically, is more of a communal idea. It's more tuned towards helping people as a society rather than an individual. If you do things right most of the time, it's never really going to be beneficial to you. But as a society, it is really good. And this is where the argument comes in. Just doing things for the society more than yourself, is it really good? Is it really the best thing? I don't really want to delve deeply into this topic, but because I will make another entirely video about it. But at the end of the day, what I had learned from the story of Liver King yesterday was really quite fascinating, about how many people believe this guy, how many people who had eyes and who have eyes, let me not use past tense because they obviously still have the eyes, who has eyes, who have eyes, could actually believe that this guy is in on some weird stuff, and they kept buying his products, they kept trying to eat raw meat, all because they want to look like a guy who spent over £12,000, $12,000 rather, on medications. There were some medications that they figured out he was using that was actually worth more than that, which is very strange. So deception, lies, unethical ideologies sometimes takes people really far in this world, way more than your honesty would normally give you at some times. So that's just it. Just said I should put my own thoughts about the documentary out there. So you guys tell me what you think in the comment down below. I'd really appreciate that.